Okay, in this video I will show you the three things that I've done to my Fender Hot Rod Deluxe 3 to get a bit more control on the sound coming out of this thing, as well as, I think, make it sound a little bit better. Through it I'm going to be using a Yamaha AES 620, and it's got Seymour Duncan pickups in it. And the first thing I'm going to do here is swap out the tube. It comes with an ECC 83, and I'm going to put in this ECC 81, which is going to reduce the volume a little bit. So this is what it sounds like before I swap the tubes. I'll just throw it on standby and switch it over from input 1 to input 2. And here's input 2, a little quieter. Okay, so there's 5 tubes in this thing, but the one that I'm going to swap out is on the far right. So it is one of the preamp tubes, and it is protected by a anti-vibration foam pad. So to get out the preamp tube, just grip it, give it a little bit of a wiggle back and forth while pulling out, and it should come out without too much difficulty. You'll notice the pin pattern has one pin missing, and on the socket in the amp you'll see the exact same thing where there's one pin missing, obviously. There it is right there, and the gap in the pins is facing towards the speaker or the front of the amp. Obviously all you have to do is line up the blank pin space on the tube with the blank pin space on the amp and insert it into the socket. And one thing to note, I do have everything unplugged, and definitely the power is unplugged for this. Once the tube's in, take that anti-vibration foam pad and put it back over the 2 tubes. So I'll throw the guitar into input 1. Not necessarily to do a demo, but just show that it's working. So that's input 1, and then for input 2. Now the other thing I've got going on to control the volume a little bit, and as well control the tone a little bit, is I've got this MXR 10-band equalizer with the volume control. And I'm running that in the effects loop. So with all the EQ set at 0, so not influencing the sound, and with the volume down all the way. So there's volume neutral, and then volume down as low as it'll go. And then boosted. And the third thing I did for the Hot Rod Deluxe 3 is I picked up this Super Champ 1x12 enclosure. Now I picked this because it's got the same speaker, which is a G12P80 or 7080. And that is the same speaker that would come with the Hot Rod Deluxe extension cab. The only real difference is the price. So this is about 1/3 the cost of an actual Hot Rod Deluxe extension cabinet. And really it's just a different type of wood. Obviously it doesn't fit underneath the Hot Rod Deluxe the same way the proper extension cab would, but it is very similar. And I in fact used the Super Champ 1x12 with my small orange micro Terror, and I think it sounds quite good. So it is fully enclosed, so it is a little bit different from the Hot Rod Deluxe amp where that's an open back. And quite honestly, it's very convenient to use the Super Champ 112 with the micro Terror, and then when I want to use the Hot Rod Deluxe put them together, and they sound very good together, I think. So here's both together. Now I'll plug the Super Champ, and here's the amp. I found that these three fairly inexpensive changes had a pretty big improvement in terms of both volume, control, and tone for the Hot Rod Deluxe 3. Anyway, thanks for checking out my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.